Looks like we will miss the tank picking on this first battle, but we are getting ready to go in to the first round between No Hard Feelings and FHS No Hard Feelings, bringing 150B, 1 E100, 1 Batchat, 1 Super Conqueror, 2 VZ55, the Czech Tier 10 Heavy. FHS, 150B, 1 Batchat, 1 E100, 1 277, and 2 VZ55s. Very close to a mirror matchup, just 1 277, and Knight Rider is playing and stored in the Super Conqueror. That's the only real difference in total composition. So pretty light mobile lineups, except for the red herring of the, E100 on each side.
But
I guess Super Conqueror is not too light either.
Well, some of the more higher percentage winning teams on this map actually have brung E100s, right? We saw an E100 do. We saw a hill player where an E100 did 4,700 damage
with the
big gun.
750 with the
15 centimeter
gun, which is not exact. And look at it, No Hard Feelings doing a very unique opener, and a little bit of lag there as we see Supernova taking 2 shots for free from Vova on the hill. A third from the 277.
AKA the Night
Rider's first introduction to the league. I mean, he was on another team.
Might actually get a shot. No, he manages not to. Nova barely gets into time.
That was close. That is not what you want to see, but they are doing this because they have a little hill pressure coming in. Now that Batchat is going to spot them approaching the hill, Vova is going to take shots from John, and John is here. Will he get the track shot? He gets it, but it doesn't do enough. Oh, and now he gets one more. He's trying to slow him down. He's actually holding his last shot here. He was trying to hold that
slowing down for gold?
Yeah, that's what he's trying to wait for. But
he's not going to get away, though. Like, he's going to get clipped out by Vova. Volva's still going to get away. I think he should have went for damage there.
Eventually, yeah. Like, it's okay to go for maybe 1 track shot, but eventually you just need to get some damage out and kind of realize he's
especially because Nova got bled a lot. But it seems like John the Terrible is going to be basically the replacement for Potato on that team, by the way. I forgot to mention that since we got into the games. Looks like Ober getting clit. Like, Ober, very low on HP, while Yat and Stored are getting ready to try to pick him. But Melly has full HP here, and he's going to be loaded here soon. He's going to clip out. Yat is going to go down, and then but they traded for Ober. Now, Stored is the... So, here's the thing. Stored is definitely going to get taken down here. It looks like No Hard Feelings is probably going to lose this. Even though it's close to HP position-wise, it's just not in their favor because their Super Conk is going to get picked for free here. And so they're going to be up tanks and up in
lost
HP.
Any chance at backing out to it. He didn't kind of immediately just start driving in that direction, but even if he did, it was too little too late. I agree. They were down.
Nova just lost so much HP.
And they thought they could even it out if the Batchat's clipping him on the hill, I guess, is what their mindset was. If he, it's like, if they do this, then we can still get the damage on him on the hill, but that damage didn't come out. And even if it did, they also lost the position, because that's kind of the second damage. They get that damage out on the Batchat on the hill that's not even in the brawl, and then all these heavies, they've already pushed up the 8 line. And you even pointed out, like, Nova almost died immediately to the VZ that got to D8 really fast. They just didn't really have eyes on it.
And look, the Batchat that they tried to pick on the hill is getting his damage out. While Knight tries to sip because he's like, hey, I'm late to the party. I got to get my fantasy points.
And, I mean, Knight getting that shot from the 277 onto Nova.
Vova's really mad. I could tell. He's like, bro, why did you block me, Knight? Kick him. Next roster change, kick him.
So, FHS... Pretty. I don't want to say dominant yet, but like it was, that was a dominant victory and an outplayed victory. It seemed like strat wise and just flex wise.
So going a little bit into
stats, there ain't much in No Hard Feelings, but FHS has lots. Everyone's getting going except for Ober in the 50B, and really he was just kind of the cleanup and then got picked. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was going to say, just going into FHS a little bit while we have a little time here. Basically, they talked and, they told, oh, we're picking up Knight and stuff. And, like, the 4-0, because a lot of those guys have played this game for so long, the 4-0 didn't get to them, right? But they did say that it was, like their comms, they were like, dude, our comms are quiet. and Flounder was like, I came in, late. And it happens. They basically just chalked it up to a bad day, and they said they hoped that they would show everybody, kind of what they're made of, this week, which is really interesting. I think that everybody can have a bad day. I do believe that is true. Also, for those of you wondering, the first map we did not have tank picks because of a technical issue.
Yeah, and this is the tank picking screen for anyone
Correct.
that has not seen it before. So it's pretty much the way that this works is the attacking team's on the top, the defending team's on the bottom. Attack team picks 2 tanks first, defending team picks 4, attack team picks 3, then 2, then 1. So they're able to see what the enemy, basically they can see this exact screen, and there's a time limit of I think it's 45 seconds per team.
Mm-hmm.
So about a minute and a half total. And once you've locked in your tanks on your side, it's kind of like speed chess. If you've seen them hit the clock, that's pretty much how it works. So the second that one team's readied up, so typically the first 2 tanks are readied up instantly from the attacking team because they'll always have to have it readied up. But it gives you some flexibility going into the picks and different strategies and different metas, kind of figuring out what they're bringing and whether or not you can counter it. But already different kind of lineups coming from FHS. I think they have a one of. Oh no, there are 2 VZs, but everything else is a one of. Yeah, I don't know that.
Also,
No Hard Feelings looked a little flat-footed.
Also, apparently, because I get around like never mind. I'm not gonna say that. But anyways, I get around and I talk to a lot of the teams, and a lot of people were like, they really like the meme where we're like, oh, Jack is AFK defense, but apparently, Community League, like, that has been a standard defense for the past for like 2 to 3 years, is what people have told me. The kind of court. To be honest with you, even in 7v7. Like, if you think about it, it was kind of the same, the way you would, attack defense, the way that teams would kind of play into this 1-2 line and kind of sit here and, send one tank over. In 7v7, you usually could have 2 guarding the 2 cap, right? You'd have like an E3 in a window, something like, an E100.
It was mostly because of map control and the fact that if you contested the 2 line, you could pretty much just kind of like you get a head start on any flex play you would do if you're and it can be kind of concealed. You have a lot of options on how you flex. You can still flex north and cycle back, but it just becomes difficult it's very difficult to push across towards the 1 line. But if you let the enemy team on attack get J1 or worst F1, they may not cap out. They can put on cap pressure, but they start taking away large vision lanes and rotation lanes, and then the defending team just gets kind of they get chopped up into little bits where you then the attacking team can overmatch.
Yeah.
You can still do a lot of different types of defenses, and it's good to be not predictable. But that's why, like, where Knight Rider's playing is just a really powerful position that can anchor really easily. But it gets caught out a little bit there.
Back in our day, there was 7 tanks on the mini map. From each team.
And now you can see, connecting with Knight.
Is he gonna receive this? It looks like they're ready to receive this push. You have the IS-4 Chase taking some shots on the bat on the hill. Really kind of interesting that the IS-4 is D5. I don't know what...
Yeah, he started flexing south on the 7 line. This happens a lot because that guy is there to stop a north cap pressure. Because if he, for example, comes over to C3, then the Batchet just gets on the cap and just goes, okay, now we're going to force you to drive back. And then
but here's the problem.
Go to the 5 line.
Look at this. Nova...
What he's done, he potentially exposes himself. And you can see the 50B and the VZ are already flexing.
They're flexing. They're like, hey, we got a pick over here on the 5 line.
So it's up to the defending team to kind of read the situation. This is where it's really important for the tanks down at J1 to be able to
so Chase,
are we okay? How many are here?
So Chase is their caller. So, he seems like he's smart enough. He got safe really quickly. Whereas,
but the thing is, he's only so safe right now because 50 BBZ Batchat kill him, and then it's just an E100 that can flex back there. No one else really can get there safely. So
it depends on if he because he might light the Batchat. Oh wow! Oh,
he's a very common play even back in 7-on-7 is to do plays like this. This is the way that you counter that 1-line defense.
Oh no! Yeah, He didn't go hold down.
He did not. And this can happen. I played that role, and it
now
you start
now the
feeling
E100 is gonna flex back, but I don't know how much help it's gonna be with 3 people there. Flounder coming
and the tanks
back.
in the south have to push into that E100 double Super Conquer, which if you're the double Super Conquer 1 E100, that's kind of what you want them to have to do.
Yeah, and they've been focusing. They're focusing this 50B, which is really smart because he's like one of the only people that could get back fast with the clip potential to do anything.
Yep. And yeah, it does go down, but now look,
oh my
it's
gosh,
gold and
No Hard
Sword's
Feelings.
taking a lot of health, but
No Hard Feelings
Gold is
making their
shielding him.
third map flex here.
And
they're
now
holding
starting
out
to realize
really
some
well.
Of us have to go back and look, Nova and John.
Melly's just going in,
North.
ignoring gold
They've left the
to try to pick him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, there's literally like what this. It's their second flex on this. Is really interesting, and in such a small format, seeing so much flexing is really interesting.
And that flex may not have been the right call because
Correct.
now there's 2 of them there, and they're like, we didn't quite get the shots we wanted to get. And
2 VZs. 2 VZs can cripple a 50B. This is a really interesting. I feel like the second flex wasn't needed. They literally could have won. They could have won north and then capped out.
Yeah, the E100 was still full, but little couple laggy hiccups. They could have. They still had definitely the kill potential to just muscle through, kill the IS-4, and then just do whatever they want against the E100. Has good DPM, but it doesn't have that good a DPM with 3 tanks shielding each other while they reload.
Yeah, because all the
and during that entire time you have triple cap pressure.
Mm-hmm.
The game ends very quickly.
Like they didn't have to instantly cap, but I mean they could have. I feel like the VZ should have just took the shot from the IS-4, killed the IS-4, make sure the bat check gets a clean clip on the E100, and then I feel like they would have been fine there in that scenario.
Totally fine, because
I don't think they.
on the K line. Think about their K4. Now they got to get back north. Okay, good luck. But yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. That second flex was not necessary. It was pretty, but it was too flashy. It was sometimes when your enemy or your opponent just gives you the ability to win, you should just take it.
No,
don't take the risky play.
Especially because, I mean, we're talking about a VZ, a 50B, and a bad chat. I mean, I know one of the, I know the 50B was on reload, but the 50B is only on reload for what? Is it like 22, 24 seconds?
It is not too long. I think it's more than 22, even with the new improved.
Yeah, 26,
modules.
Maybe.
Yeah, 26 sounds right.
Yeah, and then so you got like a 26, 28 second reload. You can tell I haven't played a 50B in a while. But still, the VZ is a 20 second for sure, and that's 1,000 damage.
And
the
50B tends to just explode.